You try another one.
So is that video camera basically the same?
Yeah.
Okay. And it attaches to the same?
Today.
I'm fine today.
So tell us a little bit about you and what brought you to the Capitol today and how these legislative proposed cuts would affect your life and a little history about you.
Well, I started in nursing as a student, went through school, went out of school, got a job, but then I had 3 strokes and I couldn't walk anymore. So I had to go into a nursing home situation. So I chose to go to the one that I worked at for 17 years. And
What was your role there at the facility?
everything from staffing coordinator to in-service coordinator, up to DON.
What kind of residents did you take care of?
Skilled nursing residents, mostly bedbound. We had trach patients, we had all types of residents, but mostly bedbound residents. But then when I got there, it was, to me, it was getting back some for myself. You know, I took care of everybody else's problems. And the cuts that are being asked for now would leave me with no place to go because I don't have family here. My family is all in Connecticut. So it's left me with nowhere it happens to me.
So many of the residents at Cedarview can't speak for themselves because of maybe a diagnosis, possibly a stroke like you suffered, dementia, things that leave them without a voice. I know that you're our resident council president, so you're really representing the voices. What would you say on behalf of them that can't speak?
Well, I think that's why those that are able to speak should be concerned with the budget cuts that are coming up now, because there is no place for them to go.
What's your understanding of what would happen to residents and the staff if they did the proposed cuts?
A lot of nursing homes would close. A lot of them would close. And that would be people either to be taken care of by residents that have older children who really can't care for them now, or to go out on their own. They really can't afford to do that either.
What's been your experience trying to think outside if you were to plan leaving a skilled nursing facility? How do you think, what kind of resources do you have available?
I don't have any right now. You would either have to have someone from your family, you would have to have vouchers for home care. They're just not going to be there.
As a nurse, as an RN, living in a facility that you once basically served those residents, do you see the types of patients that we have now in a skilled nursing facility different from 20 years ago? Is it a higher level of care they're providing or a lower level of care?
It's a higher level because they're living longer. The residents are living longer, therefore we have more dementia, more Alzheimer's, all that type of patient you see now. And besides which there are in back there are more what do I want to say?
like acute care?
They're more available to people to get where they want to go. They're prosthesis, there's
Adaptive devices, electric wheelchairs,
Yes.
that sort of thing?
and they
Okay.
can still do long time past what they could do before.
Yeah, I know the average age used to be like, of life expectancy was like 80, and now I think it's definitely much higher than that.
At least the 90s.
Yes.
Well, I've got just a couple of questions for you. Why do you come from a family of nurses, or why did you decide to become a nurse?
It was that or become a school teacher. In teaching Sunday school, I learned I would be a school teacher. So I became a nurse.
Did you enjoy?
Oh,
nursing?
yes. There were times in training when I would say I was going to quit. But no, I never did. And I don't regret not quitting.
What are some patients? Can you remember a few patients, a few stories about serving patients when you were nursing?
Yeah, I remember one black lady who was had a stroke, and I had my dog at the nursing home with me. She'd come every day, and she would go in this lady's room and get on the bed, and it just cheered her up, just made her happy. You know, little things like that. Things that you could do just to make somebody happy. You know, you don't have to be big to do something. I remember her, I remember people that would smile when you walked in the room. Oh, you're back today, you know, this type of thing. You can't make that up. You can't make people care for you. Patients care because you were there all the time, years after years. And they look for you.
I guess that's what's happening right now at your current home.
Yeah, the people still come and see me. They still see me in the hall. They come and ask me about different things that are happening. They ask me about resident council. It's a way to give back. We go to school and read as kindergarten kids. You still give back into your community. At least I do. But those that can do, really. Those that can.
Can you answer one more question for me? Actually, can you just say your name?
My whole name?
Your whole name.
Florine Grace Tolley.
Thank you so much. I think this was very good.
Thank you, Flo. Thank you, Daisy.
Well, we're going to take this and edit it, and we'll